His Excellency Ambassador Albert Muchanga, Commissioner for Trade and Industry, the African Union Commission, honorable ministers here present, excellencies, leaders in the private sector and international organizations participating, I'm honored to be participating at this Africa Mining Summit 2020 under these rather unique circumstances that force us to be meeting online. I'm happy to share with you Rwanda as an emerging mining destination, and also to share with you the various opportunities for doing business in Rwanda, both in mining and mining-related activities. I give you 6 reasons why, as private investors, you should consider doing business in Rwanda's mining sector. One is that Rwanda offers a very competitive and supportive legal and regulatory framework for our mining sector, but also Rwanda has a world-class deposit of tin, tantalum, tungsten, gold, and other related technology metals. Moreover, we have a vast untapped gold potential in our country, and we currently have been prospecting and discovering very high-grade lithium deposits in our country. And as a government, we are investing in modern exploration that is gathering information relevant for doing business in Rwanda. We have been consolidating the small artisanal mining sector into large-scale mining operations that should be of interest to the business community. So we currently have 23 projects that we will be showcasing to you here today. The regulatory framework for the mining sector in Rwanda has been simplified into 3 major institutions that are the only interlocutors for the business community in the sector. That includes the Rwanda Mines, Petroleum and Gas Board, which I lead, the Rwanda Development Board, which is the single window facilitator for doing business in Rwanda, as well as the Rwanda Environment Management Authority that ensures compliance with environmental regulations. These are the only institutions that you have to deal with as a business operator in the mining sector in our country. We have also set in place a framework for sustainable development of the mining sector that gives you a competitive environment to do business in our country, ensuring that you have a strong government support and willingness to improve our mining sector. Moreover, we have an ambitious framework for establishing a regional hub approach to the mining sector and mining services, leveraging the existing opportunities within our region that is consistent with the Africa mining vision. At the forefront of our mining sector is to ensure transparency and sustainability of our mining sector, and providing a framework for the operations, processing, and trading in the minerals services sector in our country that ensures that the supply chain of the minerals of our country is conflict-free and can be traced from mine to the end product. We have a mining policy and an investment code that provides incentives for the operations at high scale, but also that facilitates a transition into modern and efficient mining operations. Moreover, we have sufficient framework for ensuring that there is environmental compliance, social and health safety methods, and ensuring that there's promotion of domestic industry to make a regional hub and services sector in our country. We have established a simple and efficient licensing procedure that streamlines both exploration, exploitation, services, as well as processing licenses, ensuring that everything is done transparently, predictably, and in a simple and efficient manner. The fiscal regime is very straightforward, divided between the corporate income tax, a royalty-based approach to the minerals, as well as ensuring that there is separation between precious metals, industrial metals, as well as gemstones. Currently, the royalty base for the metals is 4%, 6% on the precious metals, as well as the gemstones. We have in Rwanda a robust infrastructure network, both for the road, water, electricity, as well as ensuring that you have access to the required supply networks of the raw materials. Rwanda is linked to the international ports of Dar es Salaam and Mombasa, as well as with serviced airlines that operate in our country. Under the current circumstances of COVID-19, we have established unique methods that ensure that mining operations have gone on unhindered to complement the Ministry of Health guidelines. These include ensuring that the stakeholders in our sector have an understanding of these guidelines, but also working with them to ensure that the infrastructure in the mining operations are consistent with the guidelines of prevention from contracting COVID-19. This has ensured that work continues unhindered, also leveraging the culture of the mining sector that understands very well the use of personal protection equipment. This has meant that in our mining sector, work is unhindered and not a single case of COVID-19 has been identified in the mining sector. We have in our country a range of mining operators, both domestic and international, that ensures as an operator that comes to do business in the mining sector in Rwanda, you would be joining a club, a community, as well as a group of people that are cooperating with the government, with the communities, and understand sustainable mining operations. So I'm happy now to share with you the geological endowment of Rwanda. Because of the sheer size of our country, the entire country is endowed with varying kinds of mineral resources across the country, both to the north, south, east, west, and the center. Moreover, we have vast deposits of gemstones across the country, particularly in the western highlands of our country. We have various partners that are currently operating value addition businesses, including a tin smelter operated by a company called Luna Smelter. We have a tantalum niobium refinery that is currently under construction. We have got other operation opportunities, particularly in the refining of tantalum, tungsten, as well as the cutting and polishing of various gemstones in our country. Many of these operators are also seeking partnership with new investors. In the gold sector, Rwanda has got a vast deposit of gold mineralization across the western band of our country, which stretches southwest into Congo DRC and northeast into Uganda. And this ensures that that entire band of stretching southwest to northeast of our country has got vast gold deposits that we would wish to partner with prospective companies, both for exploration as well as mining. So we have 23 potential target areas that have been earmarked across the country, all these as a result of government-sponsored exploration activities. Many of these projects have got detailed information available at varying degrees of detail, some rather advanced, which include economic studies, resource estimates, including drilling and bulk sampling. Others have intermediate level information, which has been obtained through trenching, ground geophysics work, stream sediments for geochemistry, as well as other forms of testing. Moreover, we have a countrywide airborne geophysics survey, as well as geological mapping, which provide detailed information to base on for prospecting purposes. We have consolidated many previous small mining operations, which were had demonstrated very strong prospective potential, thereby providing relatively larger operations for international mining investments. These include a block that is known as Kabachuzi, which stretches over 9,600 hectares and which have demonstrated mineralization associated with tin ore. We have a second block known as the Rujendabadi block, which stretches over 10,000 hectares and is mainly located in the central western part of our country, with demonstrated mineralization for tin ore, tantalum ore, as well as tungsten ores. A third block stretching over 23,000 hectares to the northwestern part of our country, known as Gatumba block, that has demonstrated mineralization with various rare earth minerals, including rare metal pegmatites that include tantalum, niobium, tin, as well as tungsten. We have another block known as Bijojo, which stretches over 14,400 hectares, with also demonstrated mineralization for tantalum, niobium, tin ore, as well as tungsten ores. We have a block known as Nyanza block, which is over 11,200 hectares that is split between 3 districts, as well also we demonstrated mineralization of tantalum, niobium, lithium, as well as other sesame related pegmatites. We have additional opportunities for prospecting in the oil and gas sector, where we are currently undertaking a 2D and 3D seismic surveys that is currently being undertaken through a public-private partnership approach. I encourage operators in this space to watch out for tender notification coming up in the international media in a very short period of time. The petroleum sector also continues to grow as we exploit the existing methane gas that is abundant on the western shores of our country in Lake Kivu, which is currently being exploited for energy generation, but also for compression and distribution for industrial as well as household use. We welcome investment interest in this sector, both in exploitation, but also in infrastructure development for distribution purposes. I want to thank you very much for the opportunity and honor to present to you the business opportunities in the mining sector of our country, and want to assure you that we are available to provide additional information that you may require for you to make informed decisions to do business with us. I thank you very much for your kind attention.